Okay, I hope everyone keeps their appetite. Hi everyone, welcome. Just getting the show going here. This is a complete live cast, so you're getting the camera set up and everything. Yeah. Let me get the color correction going here and get into the chat room. Okay. Yeah, it's always a challenge to deal with that. I wonder what's so hot here. I'm not sure. I gotta really reduce this down. Okay, I guess that'll work. Okay, so today we're going to be making a Tex Mex. Well, now I need the light. A Tex Mex Succotash. Okay. Yeah, and the ingredients are 2 peppers, which I get for 50 cents, and this one is ready to go. You can see it needs to be eaten right here. This one's looking good. A can of wholesome whole kernel corn, and that's non-GMO, by the way. And organic black beans. And we got no antibiotic bacon with no growth hormones. Diced cooked, no nitrates. All right. Hi there, don't worry, be happy. Yeah. Now also with this dinner is a $1.50 organic brown rice, which is pre-cooked from the O brand. Very good stuff, already pre-cooked, super easy to make this meal. And of course, a large onion. We'll get the flame going back here on a level 3, back here. And I'm going to use a little organic salsa I picked up just as a flavoring agent with some salsa hot sauce in it. Looks like I'm picking up some music in the background. Hang on. Yeah, so we're doing it. You know, this is a daily thing. Tex Mex Succotash was something I thought of today because I think it really would make sense because peas are, or rather, we don't need lima beans, which is typically what's in succotash. We're going to go with a black bean setup. Is this nice enough for you? Is the lighting good for you? Is video down here? Yeah, so tell me if there's any problem with the video signal. Super easy to work with this. Now I think I should sharpen this, so I'm going to do that. I've got my Oster cutting edge. Good. I think I better, right. It's a pretty hot mic. Very professional, thank you. Yeah, well, you know, when you do this enough, rat man, you get good at it, you know. Yeah, in order to do a cooking show, it takes a lot of effort. I don't know if you can see this. You take the blade and just go like this. That's probably enough. And then I rinse it off a little bit with some filtered water just to make sure there's no steel on there. Yeah. when cutting up beans, not beans, but onions, I like to just bisect them like this, and then take the bottom off, but not all the bottom, just a little bit, you know, and then just pull back like that. I start with the bottom, and that's where a lot of that acid is that causes your eyes to hurt. So you want to kind of hold it down to the board like that, and then go like this. Squeezing it together as you go, and making sure you're always looking at the knife. Try not to ever take your eyes off the knife, because that's where mistakes happen. Like that famous Bobby Flay mistake he made on camera. Okay, so we got that going. Add a nice clip. Once it's warm, which will be in a short bit, get some oil on there. No, I can feel the acid coming at me right now, so I'm going to throw the onions right on top of that grill, regardless of what it is. Okay. All right, we'll get that going at a level 3, and I'll start chopping up my peppers. Now, with a pepper like this, you see the bottom is starting to go. Always keep an eye on your peppers in the refrigerator, because you never know with these things. Just cut that off. That reveals a serious problem inside, you see? It's serious. So you just keep excavating until it's no longer serious. I suppose this is true with anything, like a wound or something. But that's that nasty stuff. And then give it a rinse under the sink. Whatever the hell that is. Okay. And see, this is why I was telling myself the other day, is like, this is why I do the show, so I can eat these vegetables up, so we don't ever lose them. See, that's really bad. Oh man. So I can salvage a portion of this red pepper. Okay. Everything else looks good. Okay, we're good. Give those a nice dice. It could be slivers. Slivers are good. They add dimension to your meal. Go like that, and then put them in slivers. Yeah, I use the knife as a clearinghouse for, you know, getting rid of things. And I also use it to, you know, scoop things up and put them in the pan. Now I'm just going to throw it right in the pan with the onions. Super easy meal, yeah. And always keep a paper towel around so you can clean your hands off. You don't want to clean it with an old sponge. I saved about 2/3 of it. What are you talking about? Okay, I'll settle with a half of it. I saved a half of it. All right. This one's looking good. You just take the seed ball out. And you can plant that seed ball in 2 inches of dirt, and you can have yourself a green pepper in about 6 months. Assuming you're in California. If you're living where I live, good luck. We struggle to grow things out here in Washington. I never realized the growing season was so short. I used to love to grow things in California, and man, I even moved back just to grow things. I just love the 3 seasons you have out there. Okay. Okay, that's good. The pepper angle is the Tex Mex feature, and in order to get this thing rolling into a Tex Mex direction, the first ingredient would be garlic. Let's pull out a nice big bulb of garlic here. Do a couple bulbs. And of course I just flatten them. That's actually a couple maybe. Like that. There we go. Now that garlic is a little rotten. Yeah, that's got a rotten end to it. So that piece is of no value. See how brown it is? That's history. It's good I pulled it. That's a good garlic. Let me grab another one. Yeah. I'm going to save the second garlic for later to top off the meal. And I'm just going to put the first garlic in there. Give it a nice dice. And then scoop it right in. Fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to turn that flame up to level 3. Or, no, actually level 6 now. It's going up to a level 6. We're going to slam this dinner together. I'm specializing in quick meals now. So that's the idea, is to get as much quick food out for people. Because many people always get tired of cooking in the kitchen. And getting a prepared food product like this, humanely raised, it's a diced, cooked, uncured ham. This is out of the package, ready to go. Now, yesterday we picked up a whole lot of hot dogs, and I'm only getting beef hot dogs. So you could theoretically slice beef hot dogs into this dish. I'm getting the no nitrate beef hot dogs that Ballpark makes, and we got a big deal on it. It was like a $13 package we got for $5, a big, huge one. But I figured, no, I'm just going to use this up because this is ahead of that in terms of time it needs to be eaten. Although it does stay a long time in the refrigerator. You don't really have to freeze this because it's got a lot of natural salt in it. You can freeze it if you want. Okay, so let's get started with some chili powder. Pull out the organic chili powder here from the Walmart product. I was surprised Walmart sells these organic spices, which is pretty amazing. Okay, just cover the top with chili powder. Make sure it's not cayenne. That'll get you going in the Tex-Mex direction. Make sure it's not, make sure it's not cinnamon. They look alike. And then I'm going to use some cumin here. I picked up some cumin from a source. I bulk food this stuff. I get cumin. I'm going to go for a half a teaspoon of cumin and a half a teaspoon of chili powder. That is a really good flavor. And I am using this non-salted garlic and herb that McCormick makes, salt-free. Pretty good product. I'm going to just throw that on top of everything. Okay. Now you vegans are going to want to beef up your... Oh! You saw my toe. I see that. You vegans are going to have to beef up your diet, pun intended. That means if you are cooking in a vegan way and you're doing tofu, you're going to cook those in hot oil fast if you want to make a tofu type of recipe. And you want to put a lot of chili powder on the tofu. I've seen it done. It's pretty good. It's a meatless solution. I used to be a vegetarian for about 5 years and then gave up that idea because I was feeling really weak. My muscles were kind of feeling weak. I don't think I had the right B12 balance in my diet. These are always fun. Let me rinse that off. No, that's not true. Not like an alien. You're a wild ass, useless chatter. We don't need you in here. I'm trying to make things very simple for people and super tasty too. These dinners are combined to make really tasty food. Now with this organic black bean dish, it's already pre-cooked. You want to throw everything in there, including the sauce. Throw it right on there. So a lot of those vegetables will start cooking into the beans. Now that's a type of infusion process, and I call it fusion cooking. We're keeping this at level 6, so it's just going to start heating up really fast. I haven't put the ham in it, and I haven't put the corn in yet, and I haven't put the salsa in, or the brown rice. This is the time when you want to cook your vegetables. So, this is David's kitchen. This is where I hang out. I'm going to pour some coffee. I've been brewing my own organic coffee, and it's been fantastic. I was telling people that I've noticed a way of staying positive during the winter months. Actually, all year long, I stay positive by simply drinking really good organic coffee. And I highly recommend that. The better the coffee, the happier you'll feel. I know that sounds a little weird, but it's true. And they've done studies on coffee and keeping your positive viewpoint. It is a stimulant, it is addictive, and it is so good. My grandfather worked in the plantations down in Bolivia and Ecuador. And I picked up his innate love of coffee, apparently. They named a bean after my grandfather, which is kind of cool. The pea berry. Isn't that nice of them? He spoke fluent Spanish, and my mother told me he could eat the hottest peppers anybody could ever imagine. Hey, you're not allowed to actually put links in here during the show, especially his links. That's a no-no. Yeah, don't ever post a link in the show during my show when I'm cooking, especially his link. No, nobody in my family's ever been fat. I'm not fat. Nobody's, you know. I did get my weight up to 260 though when my father was really sick. Yeah, no offense, Mr. Bill, but that was ridiculous. I'll unmute you. You put my arch enemy in the show, the man who cooks with massive amounts of salt. Was that like to rub it in or something? Yeah. Pull it together, man. No, my grandfather worked in Bolivia, Ecuador, and Panama, I believe. Yeah, I don't think he worked in Argentina. He managed plantations, banana and coffee plantations. He was a manager. My grandfather did a lot of things that I was quite surprised to read about his bio, and I'm in the process of piecing it all together. It's quite amazing, actually. My grandfather and grandmother had one heck of a relationship, I'll tell you. I'm going to compost a lot of this stuff right here. You'll see me doing it. I'm just taking this garbage right here and putting it in the compost bin. But I'm learning so much about the history of that time period and I'm piecing it in together with my grandfather. And it's like, uh-oh, what am I running into here? Yeah, I don't even know. I have no idea. He was a mystery. The man was a mystery. But I've got anecdotal information about him in my grandmother's diary that I still haven't read completely. But yeah, they called him the Colonel, and nobody knows why. Yeah, he was called the Colonel. Sounds like a designation for a military operation, you know? Yeah, like your ingredients have salt in them. Like the beans there's about 450 milligrams of salt in this can. So that's in there right now. But the corn, you know, that's got, you know, you don't need the juice of the corn, so this is the area you want to actually pull it down, because this is 900 milligrams in the corn. So while that's cooking on high, the beans are infusing with the vegetable vitamins. I'm going to pop this can open and rinse it. And Del Monte makes non-GMO food, which is, if you look for the label, it's fantastic. I really think Del Monte's the way to go. Well, maybe that's why they call him the Colonel, but I don't know a lot about my grandfather. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but I do know he worked for some pretty powerful people and had a pretty prestigious career, so that much I do know. But beyond that, I don't know much. He was an avid reader, brilliant man. He spoke, you know, of course, Spanish and English fluently. And I'm going to give it a second rinse. And he, I guess he'd be a Democrat. No, I think he was a Republican. Yeah, he voted Republican. Yeah, that's right. My grandfather was a Republican. Oops. Okay, action camera again. You get a second dose of that. And then I'm going to throw the corn on top of this and mix it in with the beans. Everything's cooking nice and hot. Everything's settling together really nicely, just kind of nested in together. Now you want to layer in your another layer of garlic and then the ham. So we'll do the garlic. I think he knew Juan Valdez, but I don't. He was in Colombia, so I don't really know. I'm making that up. Okay. It's possible. Okay, another layer of garlic. We'll go right on top. Spread that around. You're still cooking at level 6, and the vegetables are still al dente. I mean, they're not mushy. They're still cooking very nicely. Nice, easy top. Pull off. And we'll open it up and see what we got here. Well, that's nice. What's the point of having an easy pop pull if you can't open the package? Hey, I don't know if that's not legal right now here. You're actually violating numerous chat protocols. You're banned. Goodbye. Next. Welcome to the longest show on internet broadcast history, folks. I am the longest broadcaster in human history, if you haven't seen my show. Nobody's gotten close to how many consecutive shows I've done without fail. Sure, people have toilet cams, you know, that last a little longer, 24/7, but that's not my thing. Oh, excuse me, I'm eating here. Okay, I'm going to throw that ham in there. It smells good. Always give it a smell test because you never know with ham. Yeah, it smells good. Pour that right on top. Drop it right in there. Then take that top off that rice, this is so easy. I can't even tell you how easy this is. This is so hard. I can't even tell you how hard this is. I'm speaking snowflake. Okay, let's go ahead and drop that right in on top of everything else. Okay, keep the lid on and let the steam do its thing. I'm going to enliven this container of salsa. I've got a little pico de gallo here. Restaurant organic salsa. Really good product the O brand makes. Man, I'm telling you. They have their act together. I love that product. I got this for $3 a container, so it's, you know, not even more than 30, 40 cents worth of. I'm going to throw some Patti LaBelle, about 6 shakes in there. Number 3. Now you can use Tabasco or Cholula, whichever you prefer. Now you go ahead and wait till the steam goes in here. Get that steam going. If you need a bowl for cereal, this is a great cereal bowl. Fantastic. Really provides a lot of microplastic for you. Is microplastic on the list of required vitamins? Does anyone know? I don't know. How's your daily microplastic? your daily microplastic total. Are you reading your minimum requirement of microplastic? Somebody told me that people consume a credit card full of plastic every month. I find that hard to believe. Why would anyone eat a credit card, you know? Things to think about. All right, we're doing great. You're doing great too. Hey, we're all doing great. Okay, now's the time for that extra onion powder and a good stir. So I'm going to go ahead and lift it up. You'll start to break up the rice and pull the meat on top of the rice and kind of break it all up. Let me get a better view here. There we go. There you go. And just start moving it around and give it some more onion powder and a little bit of pepper for the topper. Suffering succotash. Give it a good stir too. Yeah, we're still cooking at level 6. Now the rice is going to kind of soak up a lot of that moisture and everything's going to puff right out. Vegetables are perfect. And I'm going to throw a little bit of the salsa on top, just as a topper. Now you can put a lot more salsa in if you want. If you happen to have a can of diced tomatoes, that certainly would fit into this meal. But I went with a black bean to create the Tex Mex approach. I get everything. I don't miss anything when I buy stuff. I just I get it all in there. Assuming my skin cells are edible. Yeah, that's always a question. Are skin cells edible? Apparently they found skin cells in various fast food products. Well, yeah, people actually use their hands to make them. Somebody said, oh yeah, there's like human skin cells. And yeah, well, they found that humans have skin cells. I get a kick out of that. They say, yeah, there's human cells in the food. No kidding. Okay, give it a nice push down. Cover it up. And I've got some Parmesan I picked up. 99 cents I got this whole container for. So I'm going to dust it with Parmesan and let it set on a simmer. There we go. I'm going to turn it down to simmer and let it just cool down on its own. Isn't that great? All right, this completes another super fast meal. Tex Mex Succotash, $6 for 6 meals. Thank you for coming in, everybody. I'll be in the other show in just a few minutes. This will be done in about an hour, sitting on its own. It's actually ready to eat right now if you really want to dig in. Let me show it to you one more time. You could easily feed 12 people with this. With little Dixie cups. Yeah. Think about it. Take care.